What's up, everybody? Morning. What's going on, everybody? Is it coming through with you? Not coming through for me. What is going on? Yeah. Refresh YouTube's and it's fine. Oish. Fun with the technicals today. Hey. Hey, everybody. Hey, man. Good to see everybody. Morning, Shambot, Roger, Ryan, Harrigan. Good to see ya. Tad, Flint, morning. Would have been here sooner, but I was finishing the masterpiece Don't Breathe 2. Oh, sounds fascinating. Matt, morning. Good to see you, Matt. See each and every one of you for this fine Saturday, May 11th, at the balmy hour of 8 a.m. Central Time, U.S. Caverna, hey, where you been, buddy? Hope you're doing all right. Glad you could stop by. Always want to make sure people are doing okay, even if you don't come here. Like, hey, drop off for whatever reason. Just want to make sure you're doing okay. Aaron, morning. Thanks for checking in. Hoos, morning. Kevin, morning. Good crowd already. I am excited. I tried to get the question of the day to scroll. Not happening today, folks. Not happening. I don't know what the hell happened. Since last week to the present time, I don't have any idea. I didn't update OBS. I didn't change anything. It just doesn't work. I've tried deleting it. I've tried editing it in OBS. It's not going to work. It's just not going to work today. The scrolling. So if you're not familiar, last week I had the question of the day scrolling at the bottom for some of you that weren't here. So screw it. F it. We'll see. The only thing that happened is I had a couple power outages. So then, of course, USB devices aren't connecting and, had to reconnect them and everything's fine with those now. Going to move to another country next month. A lot of preparations, learning a new language, finding a house, and so on. Wow. Congratulations on the move, I guess. That can't be stressful. Heck, us Americans get crazy stressful just moving down the street. Can't imagine going to another country. Good luck. Laramie, good to see ya. Orcus Dorcas. Orcus Dorcas, it's I've been keeping tabs on you, and it's good to finally see you, like, kind of punctual, California punctual, so that's good. Good to see ya. Limiting this one to at least no longer than an hour and 15 tops. I got a game today, folks. Got a game today. Mess Marches Session 2. Best Marches. That's what it's all about. All right, question of the day. Let's get to it. I didn't know what to do. There was we're going to go long. Kevin. No. Shh. Be on time. That's good advice, Hoos. Are the West Marchers games open to lurkers? I guess. I don't see a reason why not necessarily. Because we can actually hide people if they keep their cameras off, which I would ask. I'm not there's no reason that I would be opposed to it. Like, it's not about the knowledge or anything. So if you're bored, sure. The only caveat is it, like, Discord dings when people arrive and drop. So the only thing I would ask for lurkers on Discord would be to not join, drop, join, drop. Like if you join, that's fine. And if you drop, that's fine. But multiple times and you're getting the dings and the dongs in there. The dings and the dongs. Yeah, that's what you get today. Dings and dongs. Oof, okay, all right. Ryan West, secrets. What if the group finds a huge treasure and doesn't want to share? Well, see, that's the trick, because somebody in your group, whether it's you or not, somebody has loose lips. So, everybody could vow to say, shh, don't say anything. We got a big treasure. But somebody goes back to town, tells one of their buddies, shh, don't say anything, but we found a big treasure. And that somebody is the GM. And then if everybody finds out, they'll just ask your character and you will deny it. Because in truth, you probably didn't tell anybody. But who's to know? Can you turn the sounds off? I will have to look into that. I should probably look into that. Thanks, Caverna. All right. Question of the day. There's two, because I think it's good to know. Question of the day. One was, how many total RPG books do you own? Some people were like, go screw off. I'm not counting all my shit. So, okay, fine. For the record, since I posed that a week ago, I did count, I think, most of my books. I say most because I probably have a margin of error of maybe 10. So I counted on mine at 157, which I think is pretty respectable. Like, yeah, I know many people have many more, and I wasn't counting zines or anything that I could think of. So probably a solid 160, give or take. No PDFs. Physical only, like Laramie said. Physical books with spines. Well, yeah, that's a tricky one, Harrigan, because like Diogo's is like, out of time, and the zombie one, I think that is out of time. The cyberpunk one, like those are individual games. They are a zine. So I would count them, I guess. But if a zine is like this game and these things, like it's a true, like I would consider it a true zine. I don't count Diogo's zines. I think it's just a smaller print format. Like it's a game. A zine to me is like a magazine that has multiple things in it. Like, well, for example, not that, Cursed Scroll. This is a zine, and it's for Shadowdark. And why is it a zine, in my humble opinion, is because it has a table of contents and it has multiple things. It has a little adventure in it, has another, some classes, some skills in it. It's not a game, right? That's, so, anyways, if you know the number, because you like, Sean wanted this weekend and I'm a go-getter and I decided to count up all my bonus XP. It's a bonus optional XP question. Otherwise, the other question I had, and I don't know if this is a good one or not. I never do, actually, is if you had all the money and time and resources, staff, freelancers, unlimited art budget, whatever, what game would you want to create, revamp, re-release, readdress, whatever, repackage? You're just like, this game, either the one in your head, the one you've been working on, the one you have worked on, whatever it is. Unlimited budget, time and money. Old Uncle Fester gave you his complete inheritance or riches, and you can create, revise, repackage, whatever. So if it's like, wow, I really like this game, but the art sucks, that game. If, I don't know, you want to pay your players to play a game that you really love, but nobody will play it. Like, hey, I'm a fatal I'm a Fatal fan, and I want to play Fatal, and nobody will play with me. So I guess I'll have to pay each of my players $10,000 each session to play. That's what I'm going to do. Like, whatever that is. I don't know. Those are zines. Things get complicated. How do you define a zine, I guess? I don't know. Zines, like just the format? I don't know. If it's just the print format, okay. Can I average, count a box, then count the boxes? Well, I guess. Sure. Jim, 30-ish. A respectable 30, a proud 30. Yeah. No points for most, or like maybe for most and least. I don't know. I don't want to encourage spending. I also want to recognize those that may have more discipline, like I said last week. Soccering, see you, Kev. Hey, Wayne, good morning. Vertebrae books only, Laramie says. Okay. Are we counting words in all of our RPG books now? That will be next week. That will be next week. Caverna says, I only have about 20 physical books. Touche. I will skip the books. Yeah. Oh, yeah. If you remember, like the count you had last week, and remove them, and then just count the remaining, you'd be probably in the ballpark. Now you want to. Now you get me to want to count my books to compare numbers. I think it's just. When's the last time you actually, like, how many do you actually know you have? I mean, if you've got a strong catalog and you've got them all on an Excel spreadsheet because you keep track of them. But case in point, a lot of us don't even know how many books we own. Which is, we know how many cars we own. We know, well, it's kind of like collectible card games. Nobody knows how many cards they own typically, right? Flint 103, nice. Underground, yeah. Underground is the answer. Harrigan Underground. I'm like, yes. Harrigan's answer is Underground. Boy, that got some buzz, man. I don't know much about Underground. So Harrigan's choice, money, budget, time, unlimited. He's gonna reissue Underground under the Harrigan Publishing House. Now we're going back to the bonus question. Are we including the? Oh, excuse me. Are we including core? Are we including core books from last week, or taking that out of the count, including the books last week? Now, Laramie was asking me questions about this, and he was like, "Well, so what about duplicates? All of them. Just count all of them. Like, who cares? As many as you have. You got 5 copies of DCC. Great, 5 copies of DCC." I was going to say count them without the duplicates and count them with the duplicates. Just count them all. Count them all. If I'm an insurance guy in your house, God forbid, your house burns down, and the insurance person comes to you and says, we're going to write you a check, but you gotta write up a claim, and we're only going to replace what you put on the claim. What books do you have on that entire list? I mean, some of you are like, I don't know. I mean, if those burn, I'm okay with it, but don't, which would be surprising to me. That's call me sacrilege for like purging some of my collection. Come on. So Harrigan's got 2 now. Jovian Chronicles as well. All right. Touche. Caverna says, waiting for new Coriolis books and Iron Sworn, Starforged, Sundered Isles books. Indeed. Shambot, 109 total, 120 with crowdfunding incoming. There you go. Books of Adventures, yes. If it's an RPG book, Yes. RPG book, not a text, not a book about RPGs, not a book about the history of TSR. Like, I bought this for this game. Supplement, rules agnostic, setting. Forbidden Lands counts as 2 books, right? I would allow 2 books, yes. Yeah. I don't think you could buy, I don't remember if you can buy them separately. I know you can buy the PDF separately. But I think the core books just come in the box, which is fine. You want to count those? Bravo. Tad says 128. So, okay. Wayne, relay out DCC into digest-sized books under the direction of Gavin Norman. Wayne's a guy who knows what he likes. And so is Harrigan. Not that the rest of you don't, but bam. That's pretty accurate. Jim says if setting books or adventures count, then not counting zines is kind of silly. You know what? Count zines. Go nuts. Count the zines. Whatever. Give me a number. Just eyeballing my shelf from across the room. I'm revising my estimate to 40-ish. Says Jim with a 40. The rest of you, let me know tomorrow what you come up with. Ryan says, I probably have 30 just tossed around the living room, bedroom right now. I have DCC, Shadowdark, Savage Worlds, and MCC all within arm's distance. Matt, good to see you. Welcome. Probably 150 or so, counting all the stuff I should Noble Knight out of my life. Noble Knight out of my life. That's pretty good. Yeah. I got rid of one. Yesterday. Like I don't have all my stuff listed on eBay yet. The ones that I wanted to sell, I listed it in the Discord. I don't have them all listed on eBay yet. So I got to get them out there. And the biggest reason I don't think I listed them is because I was waiting for packaging. So as we get stuff shipped to our house, I save the boxes and all the packaging. That way I don't have to go and buy it. I don't have to, So that sucks when you're like, oh, I got to ship like 5 books and I have no boxes or stuff to put them in. Great. But now I've got a little stockpile so I can start listing more on. Ryan West says, I have 4 copies of WEG Star Wars. Do you like WEG Star Wars, Ryan? Do you play WEG Star Wars? Just don't ask people to count dice. Next week, we're going to be asking people to count all their dice. Orcus Dorcas. Unlimited resources. Get the license and update the classic license James Bond 007 RPG with the brush up of the great rules and add modern tech and iterations from the more current movies. Fine choice, sir. Very good. Michael Holland, good to see you. Good morning. Question of the day. Unlimited resources. Money. Time. Just you want to hire your own crew. You want to either create your own RPG, supplement, rules, art book, whatever it is, or revamp one that exists because you're like, I don't like the rules, I like the setting. I like the setting, I don't like the rules. I just want to I want to revamp that thing. I don't like the layout of this thing. It's the different size. I don't like the artist in it. Like whatever it is, you got all the money and you're just going to go, I'm going to change this. What is it? Or release it, or whatever. Laramie, I quit counting when 200 wasn't scratching the surface, about 49 feet, 2.5 inches. Harrigan says, I give up. It's hundreds. Your insurance people not going to be happy. You're going to have a short list to your insurance agent. Just saying. Might be good. I've always wanted to create an app where, if you got a book, you just scan the code, the barcode, if it has one, and somehow it can reference, I don't know if the barcode, it probably doesn't refer to the ISDN number, I'm guessing. But it'd be nice if you could just scan it, or you could just you could Amazon it, right? You could text recognition, and then it would just reference a database and then add it to your digital library. I can't believe there's not an app for that. There's got to be one for books, right? Something. Crap, forgot AD&D. I'm so relieved that I only have a few books. I wouldn't be able to count them if there were hundreds. who's 55 core, Hoos has broken it down. True accounting professional. 55 core, 60 pubs, 138 Harn pubs, 255 total. Did you post that twice? Whatever. Okay, Laramie, 53 feet. Laramie's is 53 feet. So Laramie, what's the average thickness? Because if you can do the average thickness in 53 feet, you could probably determine how many books you have. Just saying. Orcus Dorcas, that's going to be a 2,000 digest-sized book. Michael, good to see you. Definitely prefer digest-sized books for comfort. 130, ignoring those with no titles on the spines. I don't think I counted any of my spineless, weaker books. I just counted the ones with the big spines and the starter sets too. I counted the starter set as one. Box 1. Solid Hard. Good to see you, Kev. Back from breakfast. Sean is a fast shipper. Crown and Skull is a great book. Thanks. Yeah, I look forward to hearing more about Crown and Skull. And he's referring to my eBay. Like, Kev bought Crown and Skull from me. So hope you enjoy it. Hope it gets... It's obviously going to get some time. So that's all I can ask for. Okay, 103 hardbacks if we're counting splat books, etc. So we had a couple questions in flight today. I didn't expect any of you to be like, I'm not going to count my stuff. Forget that. It's ridiculous. Go pound sand, Sean. Kick rocks. Larry says, I don't even know that I want to bring a system back. I'd use the money to have a VTT automation build for Hackmaster 5e. So crunchy, it's made for automation. Oof. Strong words there. Automation, VTT. Sounds like a video game. Hackmaster 5e, video game. Just kidding. If we need to count dice next week, I need to start counting today. Well, all right. Ryan says average of 25 books a box, ballparking around 600 books. All right. Tim has not shown up. I think he's just like, forget about it. Thought I deleted that one and added an okay. Yeah, he's just all right. ISBN. Sorry. Thanks, Ryan. ISBN, not ISDN. ISDN is internet connection. ISBN is whatever it stands for books. For a fee, I can come inventory. Shows up with your little belt, with your little counter scanner thing on it. Maybe add a clipboard. I don't have my RBG's catalog, but I do have all my comics in a Google Sheet. Evil Merlin, good to see you. Good morning from Denver. Evil we got some Colorado people in chat. Evil Merlin, Marlin, not the fish. Evil Merlin, good to see you. Welcome. Like seeing some new faces, even if you've lurked and now chime in. Thank you for doing that. Yep, Harrigan's out in Colorado. Got Roger out in Colorado. Let's see. For Sean's app, we need to count the number of RPG books with barcodes. Therefore, if a zine has a barcode on it, it counts. I suppose. Dream Project. Tad says, Dream Project, hire feature film concept artists to design and illustrate hardware and aliens for an original sci-fi setting. You know, there's something to be said about, like, Beetle and Grimm, right? Take the Beetle and Grimm model and just buy all the and have them all created. So if you wanted to run, you know, like Alien, or Ghostbusters, you could like buy proton packs and Ghostbuster traps to put on your table. Like, wouldn't that be fantastic? Like a Ghostbuster trap for a dice tray? Oh, what am I doing here? Bye. Strictly idea guy. No execution. Unlimited funds. I'd rather work on my own thing just to see if I could do it. I have some prelim ideas and notes. Well, what's it called? What is it? Tell us. 53 foot per average spine. 5 bookcases with casters and more. Non-moving. The Rumby. Gonna see. I have about 3 books. Hey! That's all you need. That's all you need. That's all you need. You only need one. Maybe. And even then you don't. I mean, if you got internet access, you get an SRD, good to go. Much respect. Shambot, Unlimited Resources, Project Redo, Atomic Highway. I would love to get that humble game, a nice hardcover digest-sized edition with some revamped art and random tables. Nice. Michael Bostic, good to see you. I have over 20 books. Wow, good crowd today. Holy cow. Hey, and since you're here and we're a few minutes in, do me a favor. Give me one of these. Hit that thing. Smash it, if you will. Or, do one of these. Subscribe. Hit the bell if you want to get notified when I go live or have a new video out. And welcome, everybody. I have over 20 books I'm using for a Forbidden Lands campaign prep right here on my desk. Yeah, I feel you. I think I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have about 5 not even Shadowdark books. I have the Tome of Adventure Design in front of me as well. But I hear you. I hear you. You are heard, Michael. Dorcas, what was counting questions? I must have missed it. It was getting coffee. So Dorcas, count all your RPG books. Tell us how many you have. If you have to ask if you should count zines or not count zines or art books or any of that other, like, do they have spines or not? Just count them all up. Just give us a number. Doesn't matter. Just weigh dice. Oh, there you go. Could weigh them. That's a good point. I have 25 pounds of dice. I do. I don't. But Broken Witch. Hey, what is going on? Did I show up somewhere? Like, did somebody put this out on some social media? Like, a lot of new faces in the chat this morning. Thanks for joining, everybody. Some of you might not be new. I just haven't seen you in a while. Morning, all. What's the question? So, 2 questions. How many RPG books do you have total? Duplicates, hardback, softbound, zines, RPG related. How many do you have? And I know you don't have the answer right at your disposal, but nonetheless, Rumby, hey, thank you very much for the support. I appreciate it. Thank you, Rumby. Rumby is now a Vanilla Coke supporter. Now my Vanilla Cokes are in the Rumby. Much appreciated. Salthart, to redo a book, would love to do a second advanced burn 2d6. So Salthart, if you guys have not checked out Salthart's book, burn 2d6. Oh, sick burn 2d6. Go and check it out. It's on drive-thru. Burn 2d6. William Thorpe, morning, William. All right. Better to have 3 books you use than hundreds dusting on the shelf. Whoa, shots fired. Shots fired, hey. Careful. Tread lightly. Anyone else buffering? Refresh is your friend, Orcus Dorcas. Quick count. Michael Holland says 952 spines on my bookshelves at the moment. Hey, award for just doing it. If you get above 500 and you're still in the marathon, hey, props, extra XP. Wayne says, "Pray for me. I am making up a 20th level D&D character today. Brain melting. Shut your face. Are you really, dude? D&D Beyond. I don't know how you can do it without it. Just go over your show notes." Tim, not going to spend all morning counting thousands of books. Okay, well, whatever, Tim. Sounds kind of weak sauce, Tim. Everybody else is doing it. Poke. Unlimited resources, Dungeons and Dragons to make it good. Oh, shots fired. But oof, it's not. People not holding back today. No. 5e, my man. Nice. Estimated over 1,000 easy. 147 books on the shelf, Evil Merlin says. That's solid. Doesn't have a name but it's a fantasy version. Flint says what he would put all his money into is if it doesn't have a name yet, but it's a fantasy version of Shadowrun where corporations and conglomerates dominate the land. Think evil dwarves who control the mining industry. Very good. Very good. I look forward to that. Nelson, good to see you. 178 on the shelf. Quick spine count, he says. Probably margin of error, plus 20 to 50. Matt, Dream Project complete. Remaster of the old phaser rip Marvel Superheroes RPG, modern sensibilities, design, etc. I think you'd have some people here kickstart that sucker, Matt. Just saying. Is he drinking generic Shasta vanilla Coke? Are you out of your damn mind? What is wrong with you, Dorcas? Dorcas. Is he really drinking, is he drinking off-brand Shasta generic vanilla cream soda? There, that's for you, Orcus. All right, I got to get going. I'm never going to get out of here. I got to get to a game. I got a game. All right, let's see. Where do I start? All right. Let's start here, shall we? Okay, we shall. That's not where you want to start. Why is that up and this isn't? I'm not quite sure. What is going on? Man, it is just one thing after frickin' another with this. I'm having a problem with like refreshing stuff for some reason. All right. You guys see this? Green Ronin. Green Ronin. Green Ronin. Green Ronin. Starting the engine. Introducing official age system magazine. Right now, fans of the adventure game engine tend to be scattered amongst the various games. After premiering the system with the Dragon Age role-playing game, we evolved it into Fantasy Age, Blue Rose, Modern Age, The Expanse, Cthulhu Awakens, and the upcoming 5th season. Pre-orders available. Role-playing game. Historically, have either stuck to single games or done some hacking with Modern Age and Fantasy Age. Well, we want to change that a bit and help build a pan-age system. Community. One of the initiatives for this, Engine Magazine, a source for articles about age games with new rules, ideas, and commentary for all age system gamers. Number 1 drops now in the premiere issue. So use them as is or use Age's hackable rules. Pick up Engine number 1 on our website or at drive-thru. PDF. Way to go. I don't know if they have a print-on-demand version, but anybody big Age fans? 153 on the shelves. 153 on the shelves. I'm totally going to confuse that with Engine Publishing, indeed. All right, let's see. So I thought that was interesting. Next up, Cobalt Press unfurls the Black Flag with its own SRD. System reference doc. It's their own take on the 5th edition SRD, apparently. It's quite the week. Open online rules reference. While the name might be clunkier than the Fixer Upper, your cousin wants to buy from used Pontiac dealership down off Lakeway. And let's be clear, that dealership is clearly a front. Pontiacs were discontinued. He was talking about cars for the first paragraph of this article. Anyways, because yesterday, WotC announced they were releasing the SRD 5.2 in 2025 with all the new rules updates, just so you know, in case you didn't get that one. I wasn't going to talk about it today, but since they mentioned it in this article. But, there you go. So, if you're interested in the Black Flag role-playing or Tales of the Valiant from Cobalt Press, there you go. BFRD is a completely free, open, and 5e compatible RPG designed to provide gamers with a comprehensive reference document that includes everything they need to create characters, write adventures, and publish their own content. Document comes from countless hours of testing and support of hundreds of playtesters and thousands of Kickstarter backers who raised over $1 million. Tales from the Valiant and the whole Black Flag approach to 5th edition, we might recall, was Coldbolt's Press' own take on D&D 5e, announcing during the year of last year's OGL saga. Why does January 23 feel like a decade ago? Black Flag role-playing became Tales of the Valiant, the aforementioned $1 million Kickstarter. So there you go. Booyah. Next, MIT Press announces 2 D&D's books. So this I brought up a little while ago, that there was a speculation on, was it John Peterson's 2nd edition of Playing at the World. And it was listed on MIT, but no price. I think it might have had a tentative timeline. Well, now it's a little bit more baked. So this was Tuesday, April 30th, 2024. And so MIT Press announced 2 new books coming out this year as they celebrate 50th anniversary of D's and D's. Both of these books look at the game more as an introspection piece rather than content that just celebrates the anniversary. First one is 50 Years of D&D, set to be released on May 14th. It's only 3 days from this recording. This book is a collection of essays that captures the essence of the game from multiple points of view. Second is Playing at the World 2E, The Invention of D&D, or Dungeons and Dragons, coming out July 30th. This is the first volume of 2 in an updated edition of the 2012 book Playing at the World, which I think is really hard to find, which explored the history of role-playing titles. We have more info on both books for you below. You guys got to pick these up, just out of curious. Out of curious. Boom. Let's see what else. Let's go. Keep it moving. Keep her moving, as we say up here in the north in Wisconsin. Her Critical Role launches Beacon, like Dropout.tv, but for critters. I follow the creator space. I listen to, oh my God, I can't remember the podcast, Colin and Samir. So they're 2 YouTuber folks that talk about streaming, or the creator kind of space, specifically with a heavy bend with YouTube. And they do interviews with like Mark Rober and MKBHD and some prominent, high-profile, huge subscriber count YouTubers. And they talk about like their business and some of the things that they do. And they really get into the nuts and bolts of the streamer economy and the creator economy as it relates to YouTube. Mr. Beast, biggest YouTuber in the world, he's got a candy bar line now in Walmart stores and stuff like that. So, and now he's got an Amazon special that's coming. If you're not familiar with any of these folks, ask your kids. Talk to your kids. They will tell you and update you. If you don't have any kids, ask a nephew or niece. So I only bring that up because obviously you can become very large in the YouTube or Twitch space and, make $9 million a year and then have do a Kickstarter that was, I can't remember how many millions of dollars that Critical Role did, and then got that animated TV series onto Amazon and created. So, what starts out as a live stream turns into like this big behemoth. Now they've got their own publishing house and they're Darrington Press and making their own games and blah. It just goes on and on. So Beacon, another part of that is, how do you say, well, if we stream on Twitch, we only get X amount, but if we make our own, or hey, on YouTube our videos make so much, but we're at the mercy of YouTube and the advertiser economy. But if we have our own and it's subscription based, so that's an interesting take on just the spiel. Now, if none of you are Critical Role fans and things of that nature, okay, but it's still something where, what happens with some of your favorite YouTubers if they get big enough and they go into something like this and become That's it's a freaking powerhouse. So I thought it was interesting. There you go. I've gotten my wife into RPGs. She has a year subscription to Dropout. She loves Brennan Lee Mulligan. I like CR, but I'm not interested in another paid subscription. Yeah. It's not my shtick either as much. But it just, dude, they're having, Madison Square Garden tickets. Come watch an actual play. Wembley Stadium, like sold out, one night actual play. Like it is crazy. 13-year-old Sean, believe it or not, this is what's going to happen. Tim says, yeah, I have mixed feelings about Beacon. I like Warhammer TV. I would watch it if it was free, but paid subscription, I would have to see reviews of shows first. Yeah, and net neutrality and all that stuff, and like unbundling cable packages. It's like, now, I mean, if I want half the decent shows I like, I got to spend $15 a month on one channel, and I only like one show on that channel. Can't win, folks. That's how they get you, as my old man would say. That's how they get you. Come on, let's move it on here. If I can get my mouse over to the other screen. Who heard about this? Huh? Peter Jackson working on new Lord of the Rings films for Warner Bros. Targeting 2026. First film, which will center on the character of Gollum, has Andy Serkis set to star and direct. Hey-o. What do you think, folks? Did you hear this news? Warner Brothers has made it official to be returning to Middle-earth. CEO David Zaslav said that the company is now in the early stages of script development for new Lord of the Rings movies, which he says that they anticipate releasing in 2026 and will explore storylines yet to be told. The first film from New Line Cinema and Warner Brothers Pictures will be called Lord of the Rings: The Hunt for Gollum. It's my Galadriel voice. My Galadriel narration voice. Anyways, look at that. Warner Brothers first said that it was developing a new Lord of the Rings movies a little over a year ago, cutting a deal with rights holders Embracer Group. Whoa, Embracer Group, you know those guys? They own a few. They are way underwater and own a bunch of companies that are completely up to their ears in debt. They also own Asmodee and a few others, like Edge Studios. To develop new films based on J.R.R. Tolkien's book series. Tolkien's book series. As the Hollywood Reporter noted at the time, Amazon is also developing its own larger TV universe for the franchise, potentially leading to the two competitive visions. Jackson and his co-writers were said to be frustrated that many people thought they were involved in the Amazon shows when they were not. Hey, man, that's not us, bro, said Jackson. So there you go. And then I did not know this, that the original trilogy is returning to theaters this summer. Remastered and extended. You should go and watch them back to back into theaters and spend your 15 hours some Saturday. Yeah, baby. All right. Moving on. What else we got here? Let's go. EN World. All right, some of the things. Yeah, well, we already talked about the Black Flag reference doc. I don't need to get into that. So if you're not familiar with Two Little Mice, they did some RPGs. Outgunned is one of them. I backed Outgunned. It's high action dice pool mechanic, kind of a Yahtzee type, right? the amount of matches you get. They also did the Broken Compass, the Compass game. Come on, chat, help me out, would you? Which is a little interesting because now they're coming out with Outgunned Adventure. So it seems, in my humble opinion, that it may Broken Compass. Thanks, Tyler. Good to see you. Broken Compass, cool little game. Mirko Digital Hobbit, check out his YouTube. He ran it for some of us on the Discord. And now they're putting this out. Now, I don't know if I would back this. I've got Outgunned. If this one looks a little pulpy, right? But they do good work. If you're interested. And they have other games too, other than Outgun, and The Household, I think, is another one. I don't remember the title. Hard pass, Matt Gilliard says. All right, there you go. And then let's see. One other thing announced. What would be a stream? What's a stream? Saturday stream with Sean, if I don't bring up freely. I mean, really. Path of Glory for Dragonbane. Shucky Ducky Quack Quack, if you will. RPG now on pre-order. So they're not going to kickstart it, which is nice, I guess, right? Path of Glory, upcoming epic adventure campaign for the critically acclaimed fantasy RPG Dragonbane. Now available to pre-order. The free PDF included and sent out in June. Boom. June. Celebrate the launch. The boxed Dragonbane core set is 20% off. Hey-oh. Maybe I should pick it up. I don't know. Path of Glory. So there you go. Dragonbane, folks. All right. That's all I got for the kind of newsy things that's going on today. Give or take. Let's see. What are you doing today? What else can we talk about? Let's go to print. Let's do some print, right? Print. Maybe new releases. Saw this on Rascal. Rascal's got to get some good news over there. It is got a little bit of a pay model, but some of the public announcements are open to the public. So, some from Poland with Love, Beyond Corny Gron, or Corny Grown. Adventurer's Guide. Welcome to Carpathian Mountains, a land of bold Highlanders and valiant highwaymen, mighty fey kings and diabolical nobles. Looks like a pretty schmancy book, like the ribbons. System neutral toolkit and sandbox generator for role-playing games inspired by legends and folktales from the Polish mountains. There you go. Mountain map generator, cave tunnels and caverns. I might have to look into this thing. 10 plus tables for random places, 10 plus tables for random encounters, magical folklore artifacts, 8 factions, 30 plus mortal inhabitants, 180 pages of folk creatures. Guys, have you seen this? The crucial part of the Corny Grown are the illustrations made by the awesome Ala, oh my goodness, Wisniewska, Jacek Kuzimski. They worked hard and well to turn writers' ideas and words into beautiful images. Inspired by traditional woodcuts and folk art by Pod Hale. Naturally spill over into the graphic design of the entire book. I think that looks pretty good. Where can you get it? Where can you get it here? Where is it up at the top? Somewhere. Available worldwide. Digital and print copies. I think you can order it straight from the website. Some euros there. There you go. Thanks, Rascal. And then, of course, just in case we missed anything, EN World. Let's go over there and see what they've got up for this week. Classic and some classic reprints. Pax Reptiliana and Hodel Island by Exalted Funeral. Some softcover zines. Horrors are mundane and the description isn't quiet. Desperation. What? Can I even read? The horrors are mundane and the desperation isn't quite quiet, but instead deadened. And Pax Reptiliana. Threaten cyberpunk future minus the cool. Cheap visual gags and bad puns. D66 paranoid PC backgrounds, 12 sites housing over 30 dead inside NPCs. All right, sweet. Hodel Island is an island adventure set in the sphere of Pax Reptiliana. There you go. G.I. Joe, Go Joe, Quartermaster's Guide to the Gear. Sunrise Limited, Exalted Funeral, $35 hardcover adventure. PCs are a gang of Wild West thieves hired by Sheriff John Bertram to engage in a death-defying train heist. All right. The adventure includes quick draw rules, 3-2-1 action. The 3-2-1 action from Vintage RPGs, John Handbone McGuire. And then next, Mother of Monsters, False Prophecies, Mother of Monsters, A Threatened Democracy by Legendary Games. Legendary Games pounding out material, mostly for 5th edition and maybe some Pathfinder. So if you want to check these out. In Other Waters, Tidebreak by Space Penguin Inc. Softcover, $20. Underwater exploration adventure based on 2020 video game. Jump Over the Age. By Jump Over the Age. Tidebreak. I don't know if I ever knew that video game. Corporate interests, freelance crews, collectors, smugglers, and all manner of spacefarers descend on the planet to see and exploit the world's new life for themselves. Spire. Conspiracy Handbook by Rowan, Rook, and Descartes. The City Must Fall. Sourcebook contains 9 NPCs complete with tables packed with motivations, flaws, leverages, assets, associates to help build a scenario with an emphasis on investigation and player choice. Good times. Rune Quest. Look at all the runes, the ruins, cities, cults, mythology, cults of the light stringers, and the Prosopedia. $90 each. There you go. $90 each. Get the set, you disposable income earners. Cults of Rune Quest. That's all they are, right? Yeah. All four. Did I say 5? 4. Get them all. Get them all. Absolute Power, Season 1, Urban Warfare. Didiscami Publishing, $50, hardcover. Absolute Power is the system. Picks up where the core rulebook left off, detailing the events that unfolded in the Sentinel Earth setting throughout 2021. Also details 5 Shields Corporate Park and 2 Superhuman Youth Training Centers. What's going on here, chat? Oh, talking about Howard the Duck first issue. Got it. All right. So that's, do I have any more on EN World? Nope, that's it. Thanks, EN World. Hey, thanks, EN World. Go over there, click on all their ads. Or any of these folks if it's from a news source. Should we do the crowdfunding? Okay, I will. Rascal, this one is done. But I thought I'd bring it up because I don't think it's been put out there. And I thought, well, that's kind of interesting. So 24 hours left on Eureka Kickstarter. It's over. But sometimes you can still get a copy and put in a late pledge. Eureka Investigative Urban Fantasy by ANIM. is a neo-noir investigation-focused RPG with a supernatural twist. So, supports investigation to a degree we haven't seen before, ensuring that searching for clues is a granular and player-driven process, but also ensuring that the whole story doesn't grind to a halt after one single failed investigation check. Hello! Though most PCs will be mundane humans, or perhaps because most PCs will be mundane humans, Eureka also supports playing monstrous PCs, such as a vampire, in a way we've never seen before. If you like or are interested in Call of Cthulhu, Monster of the Week, Dresden Files, X-Files, Kolchak, The Night Stalker, Apocalypse Keys, or Gumshoe, you'll probably find something in Eureka to really enjoy. Investigative urban fantasy has been crowdfunded since April 10th, hitting its base goal in just 3 hours, and has since then accrued over 400% funding. So here, I'll put the article in there. You can learn more at this website, and then if you'd like, go over and check out their crowdfunding campaign. I think you could, maybe you can pre-order it. If I'm not mistaken, look at all these stretch goals. Yay. They have a try before you buy beta version on their HIO site. They have a TTRPG book club. I don't know if that's through, I think that's through them. Anyways, go check it out. Next, another one over at Rascal, Vast Grim fans. 3 new RPG expansions and mission patches May 14th on backer kit. It puts the punk in art punk RPGs with loud design, vibrant colors, and attitude. Compatible with Merkborg. So there you go. If you're a Vast Grim fan, you probably already know about this. It's a cool backpack. A lot of patches. Cool. That's cool. That's a pamphlet bag, by the way. Cool. I think they're just showing the patches off, not the bag. Yeah. Get it. Next one. Another one from Rascal. They're just collecting up the press releases. Spiritual successor to TSR's Gamma World, Earth After Death. What? Gamma World? What? Earth After Death is a brand new retro clone inspired dungeon crawler for 2 to 10 players with one exhausted overseer, which is the game master, and is currently live on Kickstarter from May 7th to June 4th. So this might show up on EN World in a little less than a month. Long ago, the powers that be bickered and squabbled, and darkness ravaged the world as the unthinkable became reality, as those that survived that cataclysm would go on to tell their offspring. Once upon a time, we had a love affair with fire. So what is even Earth After Death? Inspired heavily by AD&D, OSR, Fallout 1 and 2, Wasteland, and of course TSR's Gamma World, Earth After Death is designed to recapture the mystique and aesthetics of classic 20th century apocalyptic media. Utilizing the novel D20 utilizing AP system, combat is faster than typical OSR likes, while retaining the complexity, depth, and lethality to make every encounter feel unique and every approach feel viable. Do you hate games that make you track ammo, but you also don't want to leave it all up to dice roll to see if you have ammo left? The ambiguous ammunition system has you covered, allowing a direct correlation between ammunition used and dice rolled, making it simple, easy, but also thematically appropriate. You may be able to mow down enemies with ease at the start of combat, but eventually everyone runs out of ammo. Smart. Looks pretty cool if you're like into them genres. You guys checking this out? You guys like this stuff? You like this? Huh? What, Laramie? You're not screen sharing. Oh. Sorry. Sorry, guys. Anyways, I just read all this, and I'll put a link in there that you can, like, well, here. The only visuals I said was the art. Sean! I should probably look at the chat every once in a while. He's in a tunnel. Hey, Gabe. I have my phone over there. If you texted me, I probably wouldn't hear it anyway. Anyways, check this out. Earth After Death. It's from the top. Sorry, guys. World War II Operation BX, or Operation White Box. So a conversion and expansion to the OSR hit game World War II Operation White Box from Small Niche Games by creator Pete Spahn. So I remember Pete Spahn having his contributions to the RPG hobby, specifically White Box, back in the day. So it looks like he is revising it for BX. Old School Essentials. The $3,300 goal is now at about $12,000. Probably hit 20, I'm guessing. Still got 25 days to go. Who knows? I don't know if... I know Harrigan has Operation White Box. He's run it. Harrigan, you getting in on this? If you're still in the chat. Just curious. Just saw over 1,000 subs. Yeah, Laramie. I've been over 1,000 for a little while, buddy. Laramie, I have no interest in this, but I have a lot of time for Pete Spahn. Now, I did not own Operation White Box. I don't think. Maybe I have it in PDF. I don't know, but I don't think I had the hard copy. Operation White Box is cool indeed. Bum, 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 bum. Want to support Spawn, but I will probably stick with the original. Well, all right, then. Fair enough. Fair enough. So let's see. Level-wise, $29 will get you digital-only core rules and Into the Dark. Which I think Into the Dark is probably, what is it? I don't know, a supplement, adventure, mission. And then if you wanted hardcover, you're looking at $49. What? Yeah. For core rules and PDF, just $49. And then if you want the whole shebang, it's like $84. So you get there's 2 books here at stake. You could opt to get both or one. Most you'd get in is 84. 84 bones for both books, physical and digital. There you go. All right. Let's see. The other one, big one, 13th Age. Anybody getting on this? 13 Age fans. Long awaited Kickstarter now out there. What an odd goal. Is it because it's converting it? And I have a survey I need to complete, obviously, with that red banner at the top. So $62,619. And it's Pelgrin, so I think it's out of the UK, right? Maybe that's why it's being converted strangely. And not a whole US dollar amount. $285,000. 2,200 backers. It's got plenty of runway to go. Estimates on this, 350, 400. You could probably guess pretty well if you look at every crowdfunding campaign and how much it makes past like the first 2 weeks, right? Reading aids in on it. I don't know much about 13th Age. guilty. One of the bigger ones, fantasies out there, and I have not delved into it much. I know some people that enjoy it quite a bit. All right. Let's see if we missed anything from EN World. Did I put a link in the last one? Did I put in a link to 13 Age? Probably not. I'll do that right now. RPG crowdfunding news. Mechborg and Steel Psalm from DM Dave Publishing. DM Dave, not DM Dave Publishing, not lost on the crowdfunding circuit and creation side of things in the RPG hobby. These are the core rule books. If you like mechs, $99 shipping and handling for the PDF and print versions for both books, plus the ammo box with zines, stickers, and patches. Ammo box, yeah. Use the most advanced tech to fight over the scraps of this galaxy. Mechborg meets post-apocalyptic mech knight robot on robot destruction. Sounds, Between the two books, there's over 200 pages of pilots, mechs, factions, campaign setting, and more. Mechborg gives you core rules for standard TTRPG play using Mechborg. Steel Psalm is a minis agnostic skirmish game for Mech Knight unit combat and is compatible with Mechborg in the skirmish game Forbidden Psalm. There you go. Look at that. $8,000 goal, and it's at $195,000. It's got 5 days to go. Stupat. It's a backer kit by Evil Hat Productions. Core rulebook. After a lifetime adventuring you've taken up running a tavern with Stupat, you'll get a series of 16 mini games that bring post-adventuring tavern running to life. If I were to get that and run it, I would run Roadhouse. That would be the premise of my Stupat game. Swayze version. Also, I probably want to watch the Gyllenhaal one too. I heard it's pretty good. It's got that crazy UFC fighter in it. That Irish guy. Anyways. Shadows of Istarin. Medieval horror RPG DR2. Studio 2 Publishing and Studio Gate. Venture $40. So you can try it for pay what you want on drive-through, and then you can get the prologue for free. So the $112K of $10,000. Booyah! Flint Fire Forge. I'd play Roadhouse the RPG. Dalton, that's his name. Evil Hat, good luck getting those guys to fulfill a Kickstarter. Psh, said Laramie with full-on sarcasm, critical role. Maybe I need to add that to my Hot Action Summer Blockbuster regular one-shots. If you're interested in checking out some hot blockbuster summer action RPGs, Roger Frenchet is going to be running some from our Discord. Like Feng Shui. Feng Shui 2. Next, Nibblemancy. Cooking and Baking Wizard subclasses for 5e. Because I know y'all could use some baking classes. Get it? Baking classes? Class, like learn classes and RPGs. It's an RPG zine, $5. 10 grand. Funding. Booyah. Next one. Hypersleep Terminated. A GM-less space disaster RPG. $20 by Nerdburger Games. You awake from hypersleep in the middle of a deep space disaster. Survival is the only goal. Most of you will not make the cut. This is a one-shot, GM-less project that puts you into a sci-fi disaster movie. If you ever played Nerdburger games Die Laughing, you'll understand this project. Both games put you into a movie. Start as characters in a doomed scenario. As you die, you move behind the camera and become producers on the movie, making changes to the script, budget, and timeline which impact the movie's remaining stars. For gamers looking for action and comedy, Hyper Sleep Terminated is going to be a big action fun time. Yeah, sounds good time, right? I swear Sean just said Nipplemancy. Well, now I did. Nibble. Nipple Nancy. That's a whole nother game. Journey into the Madlands. My RPG Rambling Publications OSE RPG zine. $56 for the PDF and print version of the zine. That better be a big zine. Plus the limited edition proto version of the book. It's funded. $1,000 goal, $3K. Instead, inside the zine are 52 pages focusing on the region with maps and original Dread Forest, a town brimming with political tensions, bestiary, and an adventure. There you go. Funhouse, superhero mini setting from this publishing house from Tablebunna. What is it supposed to be? The Bile Bunny? What is it? Evil Bunny. That's what it's. You guys got to look at this publishing house. From Tablebunna. Prowlers and Paragons Ultimate Edition source book. $1,500 goal. There you go. Like, what? Do we have any 5e this week? We didn't. We had one, right? Nibblemancy was 5th edition. See, last week was like all 5th edition. This week, like 0. Just comes and goes, folks. Just comes and goes. Bam. Bam. Well, I am a bit of a puppet over here, by the way, so. 2024 is the year of the post-apocalypse games. Appropriate since D&D is probably heading into an apocalypse. Shots fired, Tim Jensen. There you go, people. There you go. That's all she wrote for this exciting adventure. We're 12 minutes after the hour. I've got just over an hour before I need to strike up the dice, fire up my session of West March's Shadowdark and Beaslandia. They're going to just help a shepherd because he's losing some sheep. Strange. I'm sure it's nothing. I'm sure it's a boar. Boar? They don't eat sheep. I'm sure it's a wolf. I'm sure it's a wolf. It's probably nothing. All right. So some of you might be like, what? What's that about? West Marches? I run a West Marches game. Session 1 went, I think, okay. They went and checked out the lost catacombs of the Forgotten King. And went through a couple rooms. Had a party member get hit with some poison, but shook it off. Relatively uneventful so far. Like got a little couple tokens of treasure. So yeah, they're making their way back to the village. Should be arriving today, actually. On their way back, as another group sets out to help a local shepherd. So the ruins or the catacombs have not been fully explored. So it's in case anybody wants to go and, explore more of those. Be fun. There's a sign up in the thing below if you're interested. I think I have, over 20 players. And then with that, you can make 2 characters. There's over 40. Obviously with the math, there's over 40 characters. Human-centric campaign at this point. Still kind of futzing with some of the rules a little bit. I implemented dark dice, but I think I'm going to remove dark dice. I think giving too many re-rolls and boons and 2 to 3 hour sessions. Yeah. Like, I got so many things to just re-roll here I can use. We'll see. It'll be fun. Anyways, thanks everybody for joining. Thank you to all of these fantastic individuals that have supported me with a few shekels, and some of the folks that are here on the YouTubes that also support me. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. It's like that's my Korean martial arts bow. Whew. Good to see everybody. Thank you for joining. I hope to see you next week. I stream here every Saturday at 8 a.m. Central Time U.S. Talk about some of the new releases, things that are going on. Sometimes a topic comes up and just kind of takes up all the time as we hash all that good stuff out. So go out and, spend some time with people you appreciate. And, don't be afraid to take some alone time as well. Play some role-playing games, for Pete's sakes. For God's sakes, play some role-playing games. And remember, be a positive force in the tabletop RPG hobby, okay? Now, have opinions, but hey, don't crap on everybody else, okay? It's just, don't do it. Don't need to. You like your games? That's cool. You don't like another game? It's not for you. It's all right. All right. I hope to see you on the next one. Have a good one. Talk to you later.